Hey guys, it's Matt with Universus Academy, and today I just wanted to bring you a quick video helping you hopefully understand the differences between some products that UVS Games has released. Those products in particular are Clash decks and Challenger Series decks. And it can be kind of confusing to know which one's which and what you're getting with each. So I figured I'd take just a moment and show you the two most recent ones. We have the Clash decks from the first Attack on Titan set with Levi and Mishka. And then we have the newly released Dark Hero Arc, My Hero Academia Challenger Series deck with, your boy Midoriya in it. There's a lot to these. So strap in, we're going to run through it real quick. All right, so first are the Clash decks. And Clash decks are basically meant to be, hey, I'm brand new to the game and I want to play with a sealed deck type thing. In particular, the most recent versions, these versions, have cards that are actually just found in the set within them. So there's no unique cards about these. So like if you're already buying a whole bunch of the set, then you probably won't need these. Like you could get them to guarantee that you get those certain cards, but there's no unique cards, mechanically unique cards to it. So with that, this is more so like, hey, maybe a store wants to do a sealed event. Hey, everyone can buy some of these and they'll play them, see how it goes. Or, hey, I'm a brand new player to the game and I want to dive into it and kind of just learn the game. And then over time, maybe I modify and adjust these to make them a little bit more competitive, to make them more in line with something you'd play each week at your locals, right? They are a little bit cheaper. I believe they are always like sub $15, maybe even closer to 10. I think when the last I checked, they were like $12.99 at the store, something like that. They're priced at that entry level point, and definitely a great way if you have new players in your group to help them kind of start to build up a collection, get a character. Hopefully they like one of those characters, right? So that way they can just immediately have that character instead of having to fish for it in packs as well. So there are some benefits even if you are buying boxes, to guarantee, hey, I get this character. That being said, these do have sometimes different versions of the characters than the ones you would find in the set as well. Or the set just might have alternate versions, however you want to look at it. Either way, you'll want to check and see, which one is which and which one you're going to play as and that sort of stuff. And the really cool thing, as I showed earlier, is that they actually give you the list of not just the cards, but also how many of each card you get inside of these as well. And they give you a link to, find the rules book and anything kind of more complicated. A really, really good entry-level product, and I'm going to crack these open and show you exactly what all is inside of them. All right, so to open these up, there's a little tape on the side. You'll just cut through that. They have this cool perforation right here, so you should just be able to kind of pull it apart, get directly into it, he says, while struggling to open it. But the good news is, you're not going to need the box afterwards anyway. So little insert there. Again, welcome QR code to scan. It has a playmat for new players. Again, kind of who they're targeted for. This is pretty cool. Let's stretch this out real quick, show you. So this goes through and it helps you learn with progressive, gives you place for your discard and deck, momentum, character, all the standard stuff. Also has a life counter across the top. So it's kind of an all-in-one, stop for a playmat. They actually have also made some fabric, kind of nicer ones like this Godzilla one here that has all that same information as well. And then inside, you'll see where you're going to get the character. It is foil, so if that matters to you. But it's also worth pointing out that this character, like I said, is not the set version of the character. These are like the demo deck versions of the characters, actually. But they are foil, and, they have their symbols down here. This is just enhanced commit. Your attack is +4 speed. Again, the idea here is that this is a brand new player, right? The brand new player is going to buy this, and they want to be able to just do stuff and kind of understand what's going on. So we'll crack this one open real quick and show you the rest of the cards in it. So you have an idea, since, these are all prefixed, and you know exactly what's going to be in them each time. So you can actually see what is exactly in one of these. Now, these decks have kind of done different things over the years. They weren't always exclusively cards from the set, but that is their current iteration. So know that as well. You do get some additional foil cards, some of the rares from the set as well for that character. Then you get, looks like they got all the attacks up front. And they got you a bunch of foundations. Oh, here's some more attacks. And yeah, totally immediately playable deck. And that's kind of what is significant about these. Real quick, I'll show you the Mishka as well, so you can see her, so that way you know. All right, guys, I'm just going to destroy this box. I'm sorry. I like the preparations, but I'm clearly just not capable of doing that. I'm just way too impatient. So here she is, and she just commits to get +4 speed as well. So both characters actually identical. One has fire, one has death. So that'll give you some different options there. And then their names are different, of course, as well. But yeah, a great entry-level product. That's who it's designed for. That's who's going to be wanting to pick these up the most. If you are already buying the set and you're already familiar with the game, probably not a product for you. But that's okay. You know, they got other products that we're about to talk about that would be for you. All right, guys. So if you're a more advanced player or someone who's just been playing for a little while, you know, like doesn't mean you're, making top cuts at every event, but it does mean that you're wanting to get more competitive, maybe leave your local scenes or maybe try to start winning your local scenes, then the Challenger Series starter decks are for you, okay? These are designed to be a little bit more competitive, have a little bit stronger characters, a little bit more complicated along with that as well. The most recent one, like I said, is the My Hero Academia Dark Hero arc with Midoriya as the primary focus of the deck. And they're going to have abilities and more interactions and more complex things than enhanced commit +4 speed, right? So, with that, I'll give you the example by actually just showing you Midoriya, and I think that does a pretty good job of drawing the contrast between, what's going to be happening in these decks, So, again, when you crack it open, it's got this cool plastic around the character, has the Challenger Series book, shows you all the cards in it, shows you their regular art, their alt art, and that is something worth noting as well, is that not only are these decks meant to be more competitive, they're also meant to have other collector value, whereas those, Clash decks are the exact same cards every single time. The deck is the same every time, but you get this booster pack that has 6 alt art cards from the deck inside of it. And it's random which ones you get. Could be the character, could be attacks, could be foundations or actions. Like it's all random. And I just want to pause for a moment and say the artwork on this pack is gorgeous. It's so cool. So with that, we'll save that for last, guys. We'll save that for last once we open it up. All right. So let's see if I can actually open this one up. I struggled earlier because boxes are difficult. All right, here we go. So let's get this out of the way. So just right here with Midoriya, you'll see where, first off, he's 629, so he has actual vitality and actual life for the more standard version of the card game, not the demo decks. He also has 3 abilities as opposed to just 1 line attack. So like just right there on the surface level, looking at him, he also has 5 symbols. That's very unique about him. Not the typical, most characters have 2 to 3 at this point. But that being said, he's clearly going to be a more complicated character just when you immediately look at him, right? And we haven't even shown how he flips over, but they've added in that mechanic with Attack on Titan, where now characters can flip over and transform into other versions of themselves or into some alternate, mode or whatever it might be. So assuming that I am not going to be bested by this plastic, I will show you just exactly what Midoriya can do. But that's wishful thinking. Oh wait, hold on. There's a pull tab, guys. Listen, learn from my mistakes. There's a pull tab. It's located. It's hidden well, but look at how easy that is. Oh man, hopefully nobody sees that. No one will know that I can't actually open things. Doesn't matter how many product opening videos you do, guys. You'll never remember the simple things. All right, so here we go. So like I said, Midoriya flips over. He's got a backside. It is unfortunately not foil. I think that's just a restraint on actual printing, but he's still awesome, still got 3 abilities, still a more complicated character. You're going to be going back and forth potentially, so just a lot going on here. Now these decks are prefixed as well, just like the others, so it's always these same cards, and you can see where you're getting 2 to 3 copies of most of the cards, so you will need to buy 2 of these if you want to play set of all of the cards. Now, some of the commons and stuff you get a playset of just in 1, but if you're wanting to have like all the rares and all the ultra rares or whatever else, then you're going to need to buy 2 of these. Now, that being said, you're kind of incentivized to buy multiple ones because they come with that collector pack. So let's crack that open and I'll show you exactly what else is going on with that as well. Now, okay, these I knew they had a pull tab, so there you go. They're just like all the other packs. Hold on to your packs, guys. You can turn those in for points also. All right, so you're going to see we get a foil version of a normal card from the set. So we got Creative Counter, Rapid Rescue. We got Sixth Wielder Smokescreen, so that's a pretty cool one, full art. Oh man, we got Bullet Kick. That's an awesome one. This is Ultra Rare Attack. And then we got Third Wielder Fajin, and then we got Deku's Swift Takedown. So you can see how like all those are foil. Some of them are of foil cards that are already in the deck, just with different art or framing of the art, different lacks of, they have no border. You know, like there's all sorts of changes that are going on here. So with that, pretty cool. It incentivizes you again, kind of rewards you for buying multiple ones. Now these are a little bit more expensive. You know, one of these decks is $30 compared to the others that are like, you know, in that 10 to 12, 15 range. So buying two of these, they want to make it worth your while. You know, these alternate arts have value. People will buy them. They'll pay a pretty penny for them. So definitely worth your while. Guys, I hope that helps you understand the differences between these two products. Because the way it seems they're going to keep releasing these, they've got the Tekken one that is either just came out or is about to come out, and those are Clash decks. Okay, those are not Challenger Series decks, so those are like the previous ones. But you know, those are going to be awesome as well. It's a great way for them to introduce new franchises, but it's something that, again, if you don't know what you're buying, you might be disappointed when you buy it. So hopefully this helped. If it did, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Tell me what cool foils you got in your alternate art pack, or, you know, if you've had good experiences with these Clash decks for helping get new players in, or whatever it might be, guys. But thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.